In today's society, music is one of the most influential mediums, and along with it are the music videos that perpetuate it. In these videos, we can see how different musical genres portray female sexuality in both negative and positive ways. By recognizing these messages within our everyday lives, we are better able to prevent or make a change. Pop music originated in its modern form in the 50s and 60s in Britain. It's derived from rock and roll and has two popular terms: popular music and pop music. Both are used interchangeably. Popular music, however, is used to describe all music that is popular or mainstream. The term pop music describes the genre itself. Pop music is known as eclectic, and it borrows elements from dance, urban, rock, Latin, and country music. Pop songs are generally short or medium-length songs with a basic format. They have repeated choruses, melodic tunes, and catchy hooks. They may be described as a distinct genre used for youth. In a way, they're characterized as soft rock. Pop's its early original meaning, meant that concerts were appealing to a wide audience. Pop music absorbs its influences from ballads, gospel, classical, dance, electronic, hip hop, rap, soul, jazz, country, and rock. The ballads give it form, gospel gives it vocal harmonies, along with soul. Classical music gives it orchestration. Dance provides tempo, electronic provides backing, hip hop provides rhythm elements, rap gives spoken passages, where jazz, country, and rock are used for instrumentation. Our first example of female sexuality being portrayed in a positive way is the song You and I by singer John Legend. This music video showcases many different women at different stages in their lives. It shows what they've overcome as well as what their passions and strengths are. Our second example of positive female sexuality in pop music is Try by Colbie Caillat. This music video shows women taking off their makeup and showing their natural selves. Colbie Caillat is empowering women to embrace their natural selves. The music video Booty by Jennifer Lopez is our first example of female sexuality being portrayed negatively. Women's bodies are not only exposed, but they are filmed and manipulated in a negative way. The second example of negative examples of female sexuality is Justin Bieber's song, What Do You Mean? This song shows Justin Bieber all over a half-naked female, while he treats her in a negative, sexually aggressive manner. Even the lyrics, What do you mean when you nod your head yes, but you want to say no? He sings this lyric while aggressively touching the main female character.
So there's many positive examples of female sexuality in country. For example, Taylor Swift has a lot in her music videos and lyrics of the song Mean, Picture to Burn, and We Are Never Getting Back Together. Also, another example would be Carrie Underwood in her song and music video Before He Cheats, Good Girl, and Two Black Cadillacs. And lastly, Miranda Lambert is another example of the song Over You. So in these music videos, the girls are very powerful and strong, and instead of crying and wanting to get back together with their boyfriends. So, for example, in one of the music videos, as you see, Carrie Underwood writes her name in her cheating ex-boyfriend's car seats, and then she goes up to him and she sees that he's with another girl, and she drops his keys in the cup when she sees him. So instead of crying over him, she kind of just shows she's over him and that she's better than him. And also, the majority of men's country songs speaks positively about women. They either sing about loving someone deeply or being upset that they got their heart broken. These songs shows girls how to deal with breakups instead of crying about it, and they remember that they can be strong without a man. But there's also negative examples of female sexuality in country. So unfortunately, some of Taylor Swift's songs and music videos also portray female sexuality in a negative light. So for example, Taylor Swift's songs Back to December, Teardrops on My Guitar are two big ones that the music videos were really basically depressing in them. So her music videos / lyrics give girls the wrong idea on how to deal with a breakup. In both of these music videos, she's either crying in her bed or sadly looking out the window, wishing her ex-boyfriend will come back to her. And it just kind of gives girls the wrong idea that they cannot be happy without a guy.
The country genre started back in the 1990s with fiddle players that paved the way for artists like Jimmie Rodgers and the Carter Family. They influenced the genre as Rogers became the father of country music. As country music evolved throughout the years, there were some huge altercations that came along with them. The 40s had the honky-tonk sound that led artists such as Hank Williams and Lefty Frizzle to the 50s with the Nashville sound of the country genre. Chet Atkins and George Jones were the musical influence that made the Nashville sound very popular in the heart of it. Soon after that, women started becoming involved into the music such as
Just start
such as Patsy Montana, Patty Page, and Molly O'Day. Nashville then became the home base for country. One of the changes in country music from the traditional sound to updated sounds were the addition of more instruments. Acoustic guitars, electric guitars, mandolins, and drums made the genre become more mainstream, and as more people wanted to... Wait, hold on. I'll just start over. Acoustic guitars, electric guitars, mandolins, and drums made the genre become more mainstream as more and more people wanted a catchy tune. Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, and Conway Twitty are more of the known country artists who paved the way for what country music has become today. Singers like Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood have also added a twist of their own to make their songs more popular in the charts. When looking at the Billboard's Top 100 every year, country music fills a lot of the spots on the charts because of how modernized they have become. Problems, though, with this song transition is holding the foundation of country music. Mixing too much of the genres together to create new sounds eventually can lead the artist moving completely out of the country genre itself. Taylor Swift, for example, if you hear her old music, it has more of the Nashville sound, but since she reamped herself, she now is considered to be in the pop genre.
Is that it?
This book's squeaking out there.
Music is constantly evolving, which means genres are constantly being progressed and pushed. Hip-hop began.
Start there.
Hip-hop began in the 1970s as an underground urban movement. This primarily took place in the South Bronx in New York City. It began with emceeing and beatboxing at house parties. Jamaican-born DJ Clive.
What are you laughing at? Clive what?
Jamaican-born DJ Clive Cool Herc Campbell was highly influential. Should I restart that? I'll just do that.
Just do, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait for them to be...
Jamaican-born DJ Clive Cool Herc Campbell was influential in pioneering... Jamaican-born DJ Clive Cool Herc Campbell was highly influential in the pioneering stage of rap and hip-hop music. In the world of music, there are positive and negative aspects to each song, along with an overall message.
That one's fine.
In the world of music, there are positive and negative aspects to each song, along with an overall message. In today's world, an artist like... Am I good?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. In today's world, an artist like Lupe Fiasco and his song, The Show Will Go On, can help empower society along with our youth. The listener can pull positive motivational messages from a line like, "All right, the show goes on, all night to the morning we dream so long." With Lupe sending messages that say With Lupe sending the message of simply not caring about what other people think and following your dreams, people will feel motivated. In a song like Eminem's Lose Yourself, behind the aggressive tone, the lyrics can be motivational as well. A lyric like, "You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow," tells the listener to seize any opportunity given, despite if people agree with him or with you or not. A lyric like, "You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow," tells the listener to seize any opportunity given, despite if people agree with you or not. This song was written during a time when white rappers were not accepted, and Eminem felt his voice needed to be heard. Eminem is now one of the most successful rappers we have seen in history.
Good?
Good.
But hip-hop over the years has started to become a genre of music that portrays women in a negative way. For example, rapper Lil Wayne made a record called Lollipop. In this song, the chorus says, "Lick it like a lollipop." Another example is rapper Tyga made a record called Bitches and Marijuana. These songs convey the message that the hip-hop industry thinks of women more as objects, not as humans. It's very rare that you see hip-hop artists portray women in good ways, such as loving mothers or just caring people. Hip-hop artists should really start making records like artist Tupac did. Tupac never made songs that portrayed women in a bad way. His songs portrayed women in
His songs portrayed women. Start there.
His songs portrayed women the way they should be portrayed. An example of this is his song Hey Mama. In this song, Tupac says, "'Cause when I was low, you were there for me, and never left me alone because you cared for me." This showed his appreciation and respect for his mother and women in general. Good news is that the hip-hop culture has started to solve this problem. And the one starting to solve the problem is the women themselves. Back when hip-hop first started in the 1970s, there was no female artist, which maybe is the reason the hip-hop culture was like this. It's becoming more and more common that there is female artists. Some of these include Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim. This is starting to make hip-hop a more of a diverse industry rather than a sexist one, which it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But at the same time, hip-hop still has a ways to go because of people like Lil Wayne and Tyga. They continue to make songs that are degrading towards women. One day, the double standard of women and men will completely stop in the hip-hop industry, but that day is not today. People like Lil Wayne and Tyga will have to change their ways. Time will tell.